Hello everybody and welcome. Today we're going to be planting some elderberry cuttings we got from Amazon. But first, to show you what an elderberry actually looks like, this is this plant's second year here. So it's obviously quite large, right about 5 foot. And it'll put flowers on the head of most of this new growth, and it'll be a bushel of berries. But to show you how much they grow, all of this green growth is from this last couple of months. So if you imagine putting that cutting in, and get out of the shade here, imagine putting that cutting in. The cuttings are a little bit thinner than this, but about this tall. So from that point, even this year, it'll start to grow from one of these buds, or it'll grow from the roots just like this. Probably be maybe a week lag between when you plant it and when it actually starts to grow. You can see this thing is put on quite the amount of growth in just a couple of months here. And next spring we'll actually trim this back, maybe all the way to the ground, and it'll shoot all the way back up again, and you'll have almost the same size plant. So elderberry is amazing and super healthy and create a lot of food. But I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that we're going to plant them. So I'll grab all my stuff, but since these are cuttings, I could just simply grab one and just stick it in the ground, and hopefully it's facing the right direction. Really not too incredibly important. As you can see, these are all facing right side up, so I can just unwrap them and stick them in the ground. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scrape some of the bark back and put some rooting compound on there. And I'm only doing that because the rooting compound is fairly cheap, and it maximizes my chances of each one of these rooting, which is really what a lot of gardening is about, is just maximizing your chances. But we ordered 6 of these and got 10. So I ordered more and got 10 more. So it was like $2. It was originally $2 a piece, and then with the extra ones the guy sent me, just over $1 a piece. And to get a plant that big within a year or two is just amazing. I mean, I expect these to actually put on fruit this year. So let me go show you what I'm talking about, how to scrape it, and how to use the rooting compound. So Neko's already outside. I'm gonna have to pause and watch him eat some grass. Okay, back to it. There's a couple of areas in my yard that I was thinking about at least adding some complexity to. That kind of gives me, if I go to one spot, I'm thinking about we can do a walk by the guineas. Oh, they're happy to be on camera. Look at that. It's about as loud as they get for about 8 seconds a day. Yeah, guineas are pretty cool. But no, this corner here, I've been starting to plant a little bit more stuff out. Some evergreen little bushes, like wintergreen bushes, things like that. I do have some asparagus here, a little patch there, and I have a pear right there, along with some comfrey right there. And this is one of those sorry, I dropped my microphone somehow. But I wanted to show you what you can really simply do is put an edge or angle on one of these, and then just simply stick it in the ground. And it will, 98% of the time, either start budding from here, or it'll root up from there and then shoot up some new stalks. And this is one of the keys to having any cuttings, is to keep the whole thing damp. It would have been nice if it had been wrapped more fully in paper, but I'm not too worried about it because it's pretty fresh cutting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape some of this bark off and dip it in some of this rooting powder. So I just use my pocket knife and just cut a couple of inches, and then all we're going to do is put some of that on there, shake the excess off, and then we'll stick that in the ground. And then in a very similar way, we can actually get these potted up so that they can become sellable plants. So hopefully we could actually get a return on investment of these, which is $1.10 or whatever it was, to a $20 plant or $10 plant, whatever people are willing to pay. But it's just more impressive to sell a plant with multiple stalks and then be like, oh yeah, this will be a plant. So we'll have to sell these next year. We're gonna bring these back over here. We do have a couple, I think 4 of them in one pot, and I kind of wanted to see if maybe that'd be a good thing to show you. It's a little bit difficult to keep them all from drying out, like the soil, because they're in a pot, so it'll take in as much water as it can, but it can't really pull any. But I mean, it's somewhat damp in there. And you see this right here? This kind of lets you know that it's growing, right? Because this little baby cutting went in, and now the roots are actually bringing up new growth. So that's pretty awesome. I would guess that this one's rooted. We're just kind of waiting on some more evidence on this one, a little bit more on this one, and this one. But it's only been a couple of weeks, so we give it all year. We just got to make sure it all stays, the water stays damp and it's got plenty of sun. Same goes with these currants. So thank you for watching. I hope you kind of get on Amazon or any other place that sells cuttings and try out some of your own things, because $1 a plant, even if let's say half of them don't root, I mean, you paid whatever the math is versus a potted up plant for 25, 35, 45, or paid for the same to get shipped to you. You know what I mean? It just seems to make more economical and ecological sense, I suppose. So thank you again for watching, and I'm gonna go hang out with the chickens. All right, bye-bye. What you doing? Oh, awesome, you guys are using that thingy. We gotta strap this thing together. Yeah. Hi birdies. It's too hot outside, isn't it? It's nice and shady in here. Bok. Stare down. Okay, you win, birdie.